Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a little pregnancy morning routine, which I've actually never done a morning routine on my channel at all, ever. But I just kind of woke up today and thought it would be fun to kind of just share some things that are a little bit different than like my traditional morning routine and just do a morning routine for the first time ever. However, it is freaking freezing here right now. We live in the South, so you would think it would be warm at this time of year. Obviously, y'all are seeing this a little bit delayed from when I'm actually filming it because we haven't actually announced in real life yet. We're actually announcing in 2 days on social media, and then I think like a week later on YouTube, just because with my schedule of videos, that's just how it worked out. So you guys will be seeing this a little bit more delayed than real-time filming, obviously, but it is still freezing right now and it should be like warm. So anyway, that's why I'm like bundled up. I'm in a sweatshirt, I'm in my robe. It is so cold, but we're gonna get our morning routine started. So literally the first thing I do every morning is check the bump situation, which I can't be the only one that like wants to see if it got bigger overnight, right? That can't just be me. But it's honestly super baby in the morning. I feel like that's pretty normal. I haven't like eaten yet or anything. So this is the little baby. Actually I'm 14 weeks tomorrow. So this is the basically 14-week bump situation. Obviously once I eat and stuff, I feel like this is normal. It's a little more pronounced. It's definitely still pretty tiny, but it's definitely there. Slowly but surely. And then I really wanted to share my pregnancy pillow with y'all. This is not sponsored. I bought this myself and everything. I'm just super excited about this pillow because I'm sure y'all have probably seen or maybe even have one of those giant pregnancy pillows that like wrap around like from your feet, like all the way over your head, all the way back down to your feet, or even just the ones that go like between your legs and kind of around you, and they're ginormous and they look so freaking cozy, and I really think that they would be probably so amazing, but I just couldn't bring myself to purchase one, at least not yet. Maybe that will change obviously as my body changes and my belly gets bigger and stuff like that, but I just feel like that would be so annoying after you're not pregnant to try to store somewhere. It seems like it's ginormous. It just seems like it would be such a pain to have to put somewhere in your house during the times of your life that you're not pregnant. So as cozy as they look and as much as I would love to try one, I didn't think that was very practical. So I decided to get this Boppy one, which I'm sure y'all have probably heard of Boppy for like the breastfeeding pillow that they make, but this is their pregnancy pillow, and I did a lot of research to figure out which one I wanted to get. And I first of all just love this design. It's just like kind of leaves and twigs, and it's kind of like a gray, almost like a little bit of a greenish gray. Super pretty. It basically just has this like super stretchy little band across 2 pillows, and the pillows are just kind of like wedges. You've probably seen, I think Boppy also has just like a wedge that you can put under your belly, but this is like 2 pillows connected, and it is amazing. I think it's specifically targeted for side sleepers, which I mostly am, but I do like to sleep on my back, and I sleep on my back between here too, and there's just something about these 2 pillows being either under your stomach and under your back, or just like on either side of you when you're sleeping on your back. It just feels so cozy and so supportive. I just honestly, like, I've been sleeping with this for a couple weeks now, and now even when I take naps I have to sleep with this. I feel like I might have ruined myself because I feel like I can't sleep without this now. Pregnancy things, I take more naps now for sure, but I'm obsessed with this. I think it is so comfy and it's super affordable. It's under $30. I think it might be like $29.99, something like that. So I got it from Bye Bye Baby, and also Bye Bye Baby has like sales and coupons all the time, so you can maybe get it even cheaper than that. But I really love it. I honestly feel like I might keep sleeping with it even when I'm not pregnant. And next up is coffee made by my handsome honey, my baby daddy.
Who are you?
I do of course drink decaf. Well, not that you have to drink decaf when you're pregnant. I'm pretty sure most like doctors and the general consensus is that you can have obviously a little bit of caffeine. I honestly haven't drank a caffeinated coffee in like years. I always just drink decaf just because caffeine just doesn't really do anything for me, so I just don't feel a need to have it. So decaf coffee is definitely part of my morning routine pregnant, but it's been part of my morning routine for a good chunk of my adult life. And yes, I take my coffee very light and very sweet. I also have been doing a lot of reading. I'll actually show you guys. I think I'm gonna do like a whole haul or some kind of dedicated video to my pregnancy books, but I've been reading them all like crazy, and this is the one I'm currently reading. I'm sure you'll have probably heard of this if you are expecting or trying to get pregnant or anything like that. This is like a really well-renowned book. Ken's steaming his milk for his coffee, so that's what that noise is. But I'm just kind of going along and reading like each trimester as I get to it, so that I don't like read the whole entire book and then kind of forget stuff when it becomes relevant. Obviously I read this first half a while ago, and now I'm on the second trimester. I'm a couple pages into that. I have have like 8 or 9 different pregnancy books that I read each like relevant chunk of as time goes on. So this is the one I'm on right now. I definitely have a little bit more ways to go through the second trimester. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of reading this morning as well, and highlighting, of course. I literally have to have my coffee like burning my mouth or I don't enjoy it. So even though Ken just made it, I'm already reheating it so it can be like boiling, basically. So I actually just did a bunch of reading, and that chapter was actually about like exercise during pregnancy, which of course, you know, everyone says to make sure you're still staying active, but then also not like too active, and you know, don't lift certain amounts, don't let your heart rate get too high and all kinds of stuff. And y'all know I used to work out like crazy before I was pregnant, and I kind of stopped, especially because we did IVF, and so I was on a lot of medication and different things like that. So I have not been working out the same way with Sydney Cummings. I'm sure y'all remember I haven't been doing a lot of my normal like high intensity heavy weight workouts since I've been pregnant, just because a lot of stuff says not to, but then also pretty much all the doctors and a lot of it also says, you know, you can keep doing whatever you were doing before for the most part, you know, within reason. But I've just been a little apprehensive, and it's funny, this whole entire book is just based on like scientific studies, which is why my husband especially really likes it. It basically says that there's no evidence that exercise really has much of an impact on pregnancy. You might gain like a pound and a half less, but in terms of like labor, preterm birth, gestational age, the baby's weight, like exercise doesn't have at least any proven, like scientifically proven impact on any of those things. So I just thought that was kind of funny, because I was gonna mention what I've been trying to do exercise wise is just walk. I mean, that's kind of one of the more recommended pregnancy exercises, is to take like a 30-minute walk every day. And I've been trying to do that in the mornings just to kind of like get it out of the way. Like when I used to work out hardcore, I would just do it like first thing in the morning at like 7 a.m. and just get it over with. I've been trying to do that with walking as well, and I've been doing it a lot of days, not always in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes with my husband. But today there's a freeze warning. That's how freaking cold it is. So just note, for the sake of the video, normally my morning routine would include a walk, but not today, because it's literally freezing and I'm not gonna go walk around for half an hour in like 30-degree weather. I'm not doing it. But now it is actually time for breakfast, and that's like the biggest thing that has changed, I feel like, since I became pregnant, is my breakfasts are kind of all over the place. I'm not like a huge fan of breakfast, generally speaking, but I've been trying to make more of an effort with my breakfast, especially because I know breakfast is super important, and obviously while you're pregnant, and just nutrition in general is important, but especially while you're pregnant, you know, making sure you're eating enough, getting enough calories, making sure that what you're eating is obviously healthy and you're getting enough protein and all that different kinds of stuff. So my breakfasts are usually a little bit bigger, and I put more thought into them now that I'm eating for two, as they say. My breakfasts are weird. They're always super like all over the place, but always really good, and they usually fill me up pretty well. So I'm gonna show you like the many levels of my pregnancy breakfast. So one of the things I like to like snack on in the morning, like even before I have like my full-on breakfast, is some cheese. Cheese is actually like really recommended during pregnancy. Obviously you need to be careful with unpasteurized cheeses, like really soft cheeses, but I've been having this just from Target, the Good and Gather brand, this sharp cheddar. It is so good. It has a lot of protein, actually like 7 grams of protein per serving, and it's really delicious. So I usually just cut up a couple slices and like nibble on that before I like dive into my full breakfast. And of course, always, it's so much water. I literally drink so much water, especially now that I'm pregnant. My husband is like, he jokes that like this is like another extension of my body, because I always have this water bottle in my hand. I literally like bring it up to bed every time I'm in the car, no matter how far of a drive I'm going on, like even if I'm just running a quick errand. I just drink so much water. I like chug water. This is 32 ounces. I drink probably like 4 of these a day, plus my coffee and another drink that I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, I've been staying very hydrated, which is obviously super important. Okay, so then the next like round of my breakfast, after I have my little bit of cheese, mind you, this changes from day to day, but there's consistency from time to time. I'm gonna have just 1 packet of oatmeal, and apparently oatmeal is really good during pregnancy. It has a lot of iron and like fiber, and apparently it's just good. I mean, it's good for you in general, but apparently it's like extra good during pregnancy. I just do it with water. You can obviously use milk or almond milk, but just to trim out a little bit of calories, I just do water. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And then once I've eaten a little something, like I had that little bit of cheese, now I'm about to eat this, I take my vitamins. I actually got this vitamin case off of Amazon, so I can probably link it. It's so nice. I mean, it's good for travel. It's just good for every day. I've always stored my vitamins in this. I've had this for months. It's super handy just to keep them all organized. So I take my prenatal and then a fish oil and vitamin D. Obviously, you know, take whatever your doctor recommends or whatever you need, but this is what I take every single morning. Wow, I cooked this like just right. I obviously didn't measure as you saw, but look, I did the perfect amount of water. It's like nice and fluffy. Oh, this would be so good with some brown sugar, but again, calories. Okay, so little story time. Real quick, I'm actually gonna make a bunch of scrambled eggs. While I make it, I'll tell you the story, but that's another thing that I've kind of incorporated into my routine in the morning is I've been trying to have eggs most days, obviously because they have a ton of protein and these are just really good for you across the board. I used to just have egg whites, but now I try to have the whole egg. 2 are for Ken, 2 are for me. I just make like a big batch of scrambled eggs and then give him half, give myself half. He has other stuff for his breakfast. He has like granola, cereal, yogurt, all kinds of stuff. So don't worry. Normally I'm not crazy about scrambled eggs, but obviously, again, another pregnancy specific thing, you cannot have, well, you're not supposed to have like the runny, you know, eggs, like the undercooked kind of dippy eggs, which are like my favorite. But since we cannot be having raw or undercooked eggs, scrambled it is. Okay. And honestly, a lot of the time I will put like some veggies or something in with my eggs rather than just having them plain, but I'm honestly like pretty full. That oatmeal, I feel like in general oatmeal is kind of filling, but that like oatmeal really filled me up, but I haven't had like any protein for breakfast yet, so I'm definitely gonna have the eggs. I'm just not gonna add anything extra to them this morning. Sweet potato and some zucchini would be super good. But anyway, the story time is we recently put a glass storm door on our front door to just let more light in. Oh my gosh, this hair. And the cats are like obsessed with it. They love, because the sun comes in really pretty through that door, so the cats just love like laying in front of it and getting a sun and being able to like see the birds and, you know, just people watch basically. But I was sitting over there finishing my oatmeal, having my coffee, and I hear something like at the front door, and it sounds like a person's kind of like at the door but kind of out of view of the door, like to the right side of the door, and it sounds like they're like rustling around with stuff, so I assumed it was just like deliveries, like packages getting like piled up or whatever by the delivery guy. But then he like comes and like looks through the glass door and sees me and kind of knocks, and I go over there. I don't open the door, I'm just like talking to him through the glass door, which is kind of the perk of having a glass door, is you can see and hear people through it, so I didn't even have to open, plus COVID obviously. He's like, I'm here for your air conditioning maintenance. I'm like, no, we do not have anything like that scheduled. And plus we already had our air conditioning maintenance done for the springtime. Like honestly, like probably 2 months ago. And I'm like, no, like we don't have that. And like he backs up and like looks at the house number. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm definitely 100% sure. I don't have any air maintenance scheduled for today. And then he goes, is it that house? I'm like, how would I know I don't know their life. Like, I'm not sure. I guess you can go find out, or maybe you should have it a little bit more together where you have the actual correct house number. So anyway, he left, and then my neighbor came outside and started talking to him, so I think it was for my neighbor, but it was weird. That is not part of my pregnancy morning routine normally. And yes, I am one of those people that puts ketchup on my eggs. Please tell me in the comments, do you do this? Do you think it's gross? Do you not do it but you don't think it's gross? It's like normal but you just don't do it? Or do you think it's like super weird? Because I know some people just think it's like crazy, but we're all about it in this house. Okay, this is what I mean. This cat has been laying on top of this box in the sun all morning. Now I just blew up my spot, but she's been laying in this little sun spot all morning too. Do you like it here in the sun, Tinky boy? The best part of her day. The floop. Carry on. This is like a morning routine for her. Every day. She just randomly goes, finds a spot, and just flips around. How freaking fluffy is she? Can you even handle it? I cannot at all. That's it? Well, this was uneventful. That's all you got for me this morning? Okay, and then in terms of the other beverage that I mentioned to you guys, kind of the next part of my breakfast are some it's like a smoothie, basically. Half of it is from this brand, actually, Kenko. I don't know if you can like really see it on there. It's kind of like basically like powdered smoothies, sort of. And then I got this like bottle that goes with it. These were sent to me, actually this and this were both sent to me, but I've been drinking them like crazy and I really wanted to share them with you guys, and especially again because I'm pregnant. I'm trying to be healthier, of course. And how cute is it? They put your name on your box, which I think is adorable. So basically, these are the coolest things. They're just like powdered green, almost like green. They're not all green, obviously, but they're kind of like green smoothies. And each packet tells you exactly what's in it. So for example, they're all totally different, but this one has like a sixth of a pineapple, some peach, some zucchini, some parsnip, some dates, lime, blue spirulina, and a pinch of fennel seeds. It tells you some of the benefits. So this one has iron, which like I mentioned is super good for pregnancy. There's a ton, and I saved some of them. Some of them I threw away already, but I saved some of the ones that I've really loved. The corals was really good. This mocha was super interesting. This has like chocolate and coffee in it, which is obviously not like your typical breakfast smoothie, but that was super good. So they have kind of like a layer of different flavors up here, and then they have this like bottom layer, and these are all different colors, which I thought was so funny. Like they're literally labeled like corals, jades, purples, greens, obviously, scarlets, crimsons. Like the names are so cool. And again, these outline exactly what's in them. So this is rubies, for example. And this has raspberries, sweet potatoes, apples, goji berries, oranges, dates, pumpkin. Wow. Red pepper, some maca powder, and then again here's all the different like benefits of these specific ingredients. I just think these are the coolest things, because it's like super transparent with the ingredients, but you can literally know every single like fruit and vegetable that you're drinking. This would probably be really good for kids too, but it's a super easy way to get some extra fruits and veggies in. Again, if you're pregnant and you're trying to like really step up the health game, which I've been trying to, it's a good way to sneak in some carrots, some fruits, and like obviously all these different health benefits without having to eat them, which a lot of times I don't have a huge appetite, especially my first trimester. I didn't want to eat like anything, so drinking them was a really good way to do it. And then this bottle is really handy. Unscrew the bottom and fill it up with water, which I'm about to do. And there's a little like max liquid line on here, so you can know how far to fill it. Which one do I even want to have today? This is always the fun part. And in this box, there's almost no duplicates. I think I want to do this ambers. So this has 1 passion fruit, half a banana, 2 dates, a quarter of an apple, baobab, a slice of yellow beetroot, chia seeds, and some turmeric. Oh, that smells so good. And then I just dump it in on top of the water. And basically this bottle is kind of like a shaker bottle. It has kind of like plastic insert in the top, and it just helps like really mix up the powder with the water. Oops. And then what it says to do is after, which like I said, I've had a bunch of these, so I definitely realized it's an important step. After you mix it, I let it sit like 30 seconds, a minute before I actually drink it, just to like, it says to reconstitute, you know, all the dried ingredients in here. They kind of like soak up the water and it's less powdery and just a little bit more smoothie-like. So I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And then what I've actually been mixing into it, sometimes I just drink this by itself, honestly, but I've also been mixing it into these, because these, as healthy as they are, they're just not very sweet. Because like I read to you, it's literally just some fruit and vegetables in here. Like there's no added sweeteners, sugars, anything like that. So they're still super delicious on their own, but I like my beverages on the sweeter side, like my coffee. So what I've actually been doing, this was sent to me as well from the brand Obvi. So here's what it looks like. These are their superfood pinks, which is basically like an immunity probiotic drink blend, and there's so many benefits in here: heart health, gut health, all that kind of stuff. And it's, I mean, it just has really super good like healthy antioxidant ingredients. And this is in the flavor pink lemonade, so it tastes super good on its own. I've been adding a little bit into these smoothies, just to like beef up how healthy and how beneficial this drink is, but also to add like a little hint of sweetness. They definitely have a ton of other products, and I just put some of that in here. And this is just like a super good way, like I said, to get some extra fruits and veggies, also all these other health benefits, and like I said, it's good for hydration. All right, let's give this a try because I haven't tried this flavor yet. Ken is on a call, so if you can hear some talking in the background, that is what that is. That's his morning routine, meetings and stuff. Okay, I'm super excited to try this. I feel like everyone talks about like turmeric, like immunity drinks and all that kind of stuff, and I've never had one with turmeric, so I'm kind of interested to see. Oh, this smells so good. Yeah, like the pinks definitely make it sweeter, but it doesn't like taste like pink lemonade. I can still taste the flavors of like the fruits, the passion fruit and all that stuff that was in here. This is especially good. This is like one of the best ones I've had, I think, honestly. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna enjoy this. This is so good. And then I'm also going to link the Kenko products, like these smoothies. And I will also, of course, link the ACTIVEWEAR pink drinks. And like I said, they have a ton of products on their website. These will all be linked down below for you guys. Like I said, this is not sponsored. These were just sent to me and I just really wanted to share them with you guys. So another super, now that I finished my delicious drink, another really important part of my morning routine is going through all my emails. A lot of it's obviously like a junk or like promotional emails, but I just get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails every day. And if I don't stay on top of them, then I'll end up having like 200, 300, 400 like when I check later on in the day, and it's just such a hassle to go through and delete and like check them and answer them and all that kind of stuff. So trying to make it a habit in the morning after I'm done eating and like drinking the coffee, the smoothie, the water, the everything, sit here with my phone, go through my emails. I find that that's really like a helpful way to like stay on top of them because I need help with that. Okay, so I just woke up from a nap, which is definitely part of my morning routine for sure. I mean, a lot of times I end up taking a nap on the earlier side, like in the morning, like around like 10:30 or 11. So that's a little bit later. Oh, you can tell I'm still sleepy. That's definitely a pregnancy thing. I just about never ever napped, like ever, pre-pregnancy. But I was actually gonna get ready to film pretty soon and I'm gonna need to get the footage off of this camera, but I wanted to show you before I like go get ready. I got a couple new makeup products, which I'm gonna be wearing in that video, but I have them out and wanted to show y'all. I got a few things from 3 Graces Beauty, some really cool lip products that I'm really excited about. So it's kind of like some like lip care and then also like an actual, so I guess I'm really only gonna be technically wearing like one of these things in the video, but there's like lip care and then also a lip gloss, which I'm always here for good nude lip gloss, which I love. So I just got this in a couple of days ago, but I've been trying these out and I saved the packaging because I thought it was so pretty. It all came wrapped up in this little tissue paper with their own like personal little sticker on it. I just thought that was the cutest thing ever, and these are available on Amazon, which I thought was really cool. These were sent to me. This is again not sponsored or anything, but they did send these to me to try out, so I want to share them with y'all because it's like a small woman-owned company and I just love, you know, supporting small woman-owned businesses. I think we all do. So the first thing I want to show you, because I love lip scrubs, is this lip scrub. So this is like the little box I showed you, and then here's the little container. I love their packaging, kind of like the reflective rose gold, I think is really pretty, and everything like smells so good. Like you can smell it like from this distance. Everything smells like a vanilla cupcake. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, I can never get over the smell of this. So the inside looks like this. It's just kind of like, you know, kind of a sugary lip scrub texture. It has moringa and sunflower seed oil in it, and then rosemary leaf extract, which I thought was really cool. And this feels, it's kind of like an oil base. I feel like it's definitely a little bit like kind of slippy. Then it has, of course, that like sugary exfoliant, little like abrasive texture that feels so good. Oh my gosh, my lips are so extra red now. But this just feels so good. And my lips haven't been especially like dry, at least not yet so far in this pregnancy. I know that that can definitely be a symptom that some women have. But then they also sent this lip savior. This is the packaging for this. And this is just a super hydrating balm. This one doesn't have as much of a scent as the lip scrub. I'm obsessed with how it smells. So the lip savior says that it will hydrate and restore your lips' volume within minutes because it has a blend of peptides to gently plump lips and then sesame extract to blur fine lines. It's so moisturizing, but it's not like an oily feeling. It's just kind of a, I don't know, it feels like it's like sinking in. Sometimes I feel like oily textures can sort of feel like they're just like slipping around or sort of sitting on top of your skin or on top of your lips, but this feels like it's a little bit thicker. So it definitely feels a little bit more moisturizing, which feels so good. I'm not sure how much it plumps. It doesn't really have like that tingling like plumping feeling. I mean, it feels amazing though. It feels like very smoothing. I think that kept that whole blurring your fine lines, I feel like it does that just by nature of like really adding a ton of moisture and like making them just really like a smooth texture. I feel like that's what it is. It makes other products go on really nicely over top of it. And then last but not least, I have their Radiant Lip Gloss, which I'm super excited about. The packaging is so pretty. It just looks like super expensive. I feel like it says be strong and take heart. And this is in the shade 102. I will will have these linked down below. Of course, I feel like it kind of goes without saying that, of course, anything that I mentioned to y'all, I will have linked down below for you to check out. I can't see. I'm just gonna have to use the viewfinder because I don't have a mirror over here. But I love, I mean, like I told you, I love a good nude lip gloss. If you notice in like any of my videos, I'm pretty much always wearing a color just like this, just like kind of a peachy or pinky nude. I just like something that's shiny, that's reflective, but it's just like my normal lip color. And that's why I love this. It's like the perfect like natural nude color. You could obviously build it up a little bit more, but it's just that perfect kind of peachy, kind of pinky. It's like the perfect just natural lip color, and I love like the simple doe foot applicator. And this isn't super sticky. This is more of like a creamy formula, and it feels so good, especially over top of this. And if you moisturize and exfoliate your lips like both first before you put on your lip color, my lips just feel super smooth because I got all like the dead skin off and because I hydrated them. So now I feel like it's just applied really well. So anyway, I wanted to show those to y'all because I really want to shout out this company and support this small brand. And as my morning routine, for the most part, I don't always put makeup on. I'm gonna go do that today because I'm gonna be filming, but a lot of days I don't really want to, you know, put makeup all over my skin. I have to admit though, my skin has never been clearer than when I've been pregnant. Like I have never had better skin than my pregnancy skin. So that is one like symptom of pregnancy that I'm so here for and I have been enjoying, and I've honestly not had to wear a ton of makeup. Like even when I do get ready, I can do like a really thin, quick like BB cream or tinted moisturizer. It's kind of amazing. I love it so far, like knock on wood that this continues. That's pretty much my morning routine for the most part. Like I said, it kind of varies from day to day, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here. And until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.